It's time for Real Talk. Movies. Everyone loves them. And opinions, everyone has them. But your opinion is the one that matters. Real Talk allows you to become the film critic. So let's see if we agree on a film, or do we agree to disagree? Thanks for joining us for another episode of Real Talk. I'm Pamela Powell. As the first week of 2016 comes to a close, it's a great time to look back on the films of 2015. There have been some standouts as well as some real dogs, and this week's episode will highlight some of those top films. My top 3 films of the year include Spotlight, starring Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo. It addresses the true story of the Boston Globe's breaking story about sex abuse in the Catholic Church. Powerful performances, deft direction, and adroit writing makes this film compelling and spellbinding. Next on my list is The Big Short, which follows the trail of breadcrumbs that led to the housing market crash in 2007. Christian Bale, Steve Carell, and Brad Pitt star in this innovatively creative and dramatic tutorial about lenders, finances, and government, shedding light on how we found ourselves in global economic ruin. Switching gears a little bit now, we have Brooklyn, based on Colm Tobin's novel of the same name. This beautiful fictional tale about a young Irish woman, played eloquently by Saoirse Ronan, who immigrates to Brooklyn, New York, finds love, but battles with her commitment to her family across the sea. It's truly a timeless tale full of humor, drama, and the need to find one's identity. Now, lesser known or low-profile films that make my top list include 99 Homes, starring Andrew Garfield and Michael Shannon. Continuing with the housing market crash from 2007, we witness the brutality of greed and the will to survive, if not thrive, and how morality isn't always a part of the equation. It's an eye-opening film that pairs well with The Big Short. Z for Zachariah takes the book of the same name and makes it even better, as this atypical post-apocalyptic film delves into man's and woman's will to survive. Morality, religion, and self-preservation are all at the core of this film that will create conversation long after the film ends. A film from earlier in 2015 is Ex Machina, from the first-time director and writer Alex Garland. It is cinematic brilliance as we look into the plausible, not-so-distant future where artificial intelligence isn't so very artificial. Oscar Isaac, Domhnall Gleeson, and Alicia Vikander round out this small but very powerful cast as the question of playing God and creation comes to the forefront. It's an intense thriller with amazing special effects that will allow your mind to blur the lines of reality. Now, top independent films include Ratter, Cool Apocalypse, and Walter. Documentaries that had an impact include Bat Kid Begins, The Human Experiment, and The Yes Men Are Revolting. And the real dogs of the year, no offense, Charlie, are Chappie, Fantastic Four, and The Hateful Eight. That's right, I said The Hateful Eight. That's it for another Real Talk. Join me next week when Christopher Taki comes back on the show to review one of my top picks of the year, The Big Short. Until then, Happy New Year, everyone.